Vikings, dear Steam viewers, dear people hanging out here with us on Twitch and wherever you are tuning in. Welcome to our last and strongest and most beautiful segment of tonight's Songs of Conquest. And I think there is no better than my humble guest here to tell you more about it. But before that, let us welcome in Mr. Anders from Lava Potion. Who are you? What are you doing? Tell us about you.
Oh, well, that was a quick little segment. What do I do? I am the community manager for Lava Potion, and of course, most of all, Songs of Conquest. So I spend all my time on Twitter and talking to absolutely fantastic people. I answer questions about our game, and currently I'm being charmed by a guy with a lovely beard.
My oh my, I'm turning red here just towards the end of our stream. Let's move quickly over before I get more red. What is Song of Conquest? Tell us about the game.
More than happy to. Songs of Conquest is a tribute to the 90s classic. It's a turn based strategy game mixed up with a bit of city building and, above all else, resource management and army management. You lead a wielder who's in turn leading an army, and you really try your best to conquer the realms.
What
That's the
are
short drop of it.
what are the games that mostly inspired the whole vibe of Songs of Conquest?
That one is easy. That's easily Here's of Might and Magic. More than anything, it's number 3, which is, I think we all should agree, the very best one there is.
I totally agree to that. I think I put like I don't know 800 to 1,000 hours into it, and had massive great LAN parties where LAN parties were still a cool thing back in the days to have.
According to me, they still are.
There still are. Well, maybe we'll set something up. Who knows? Who
You're
knows?
welcome to come on over. We have an entire office just for it.
Okay, I'm I'm completely down for that. Why did you went with Song of Conquest? I'm curious into this let's call it retro pixelized vibe. What's the
Let's.
decision behind that?
Well, that is mostly because we're an office filled with middle-aged men who sort of yearn for that retro feeling. I mean, we all dreamt of the games we played during our childhood and when
Mhm.
we were younger, and we thought, let's recreate at least a part of that love. It was more than anything, it's a project of love.
And
I do sound kind of hippie when I say it, but it's true.
I have to say you kind of feel the attention to detail, the attention to like little things going on the map, going on during battle, and things are happening that, in my opinion, as the player, shows me that you guys are loving your product that you're creating there. You just vibe along, and I think that makes it so special. Don't you have
Thank you.
though the fear in terms of using these old school kind of vibes in forms of nostalgia? I know it recently happened with me replaying a very old game that I used to play, and I was super hyped about it back in the days. I booted it up and I was like, I have it somehow cooler in my memory than it actually is.
That is absolutely something that's at the top of our mind. I mean, I think we've all been there, rediscovering something that you've done. I mean, for me, that's the Sierra Classics, the old point-click adventures. Returning to them has been, I'm not saying a disappointment because the love is still there, but it sometimes requires something new, and that's what we sort of aim for, putting something new into the mix. As you said, we do put a lot of attention into details and we remake it into the game that we would love ourselves because that's our core. We're going to make something that we enjoy, and hopefully our demographic and our audience will appreciate that. I mean, looking at our game, there are absolute differences, but perhaps we can return back to that later. I mean, what sort of differentiates between us and the old classics?
Yeah,
There's a bunch of similarities after all.
Gladly. You guys are still in early access, if I'm not mistaken. You
Absolutely.
are shortly releasing, if I'm not mistaken, as well on Monday, the newest song. Your campaigns are called songs, so to say,
They are.
and the newest song is about the creeping undead.
Absolutely.
Can you give us a little hint
Um,
about it? Like what is
I'd love to.
gladly?
We, as you said, our campaigns are called songs because songs of conquest, and we have a literal bard writing all our story. Our lead game designer is the guy that does all the singing, all the music, stuff like that. So it's kind of a thing we do. But yeah, the Barony of Loth is described in our first two songs or campaigns as sort of a bad guy. I mean, it's a kind of obvious with, as you said, creeping undead, the skeletons return from the ground, and the fallen of their troops return as zombies who fight again, just to sort of remove. And they have a strong sort of nearly religious vibe to it. That's very
Mm.
easy to see. It's a more of a cult than anything else. But we really think they gotten a bad vibe from the eyes of the audience in the first two campaigns. So campaign 3 is really seeing things from their point of view. It's not so bad, and the undeath is, as you say, just another life.
Ooh, I'm called intrigued. I'm called intrigued by that. Um, you said Bard. I just imagine him bursting into your office. Here comes the
It's
undead.
not
Follow just my
you're,
lead.
you're not far from the truth.
Oh,
Our
that's
lead designer worked a bit of his life, both as an actor and as a showman. So he does a lot of singing and a lot of writing. So he does all the main writing for the campaign, he does the story, he does the lore, and he sings, which is great for company parties.
wow. Well, now we've delved a little
He's
bit
also
into.
he's also former military, that sort of just to see another angle into it.
Mm.
Former officer in the Swedish military service. Very cool.
It definitely sounds intriguing. It definitely sounds intriguing. Well, we delved a
You'll meet
little
him when you
bit
come here to
in.
Milan.
I'm gonna wait for that invitation. If we're now wrapping up those influences and coming into Songs of Conquest, what is the lore behind it? Now we know that there is a new story coming up with the undead. What is the core lore, the thematic, what is going on there? Why are the people at war? What is happening?
We'll do a short version.
Hit
For
us.
hundreds of years ago, there was this empire formed together with an empress called Aurelia. She sort of gathered together the empire of Orleans, and she managed to secure peace and prosperity. But a lot of people didn't really like it. So when she died, there was rebellion, discourse. Her own empires fractured into baronies. One of them was Barony of Loth. The other was Stoutheart, which we focused our first campaign or song about. Then there's the fractions of Baria and Rana. Rana was the former slaves of the empire, frog people living in the swamp. And then they have Baria, which are merchant city-states inspired by the US.
How many
Lots of
songs?
gunpowder.
Oh, okay. How many songs do you plan to have until the very end? Is there like a roadmap ahead that you think of? We want to reach this kind of amount of campaigns, or
Absolutely. And the road ahead is a bit further than we've said officially. I mean,
Mhm.
there's talk about future DLC, stuff like that. But for 1.0 or full release, it's 4 songs. So this is the next to last. The last one will be Baria, the city-states.
Mm.
It will be very cool. And sort of a culmination of 3 songs that we did before. Tying up all the loose threads. The campaigns aren't one after the other. The stories mix in time periods when they're done. So the third Loth campaign mission is before some of the others. So it sort of mix it up and creates a story. You have to play the entire 4 songs to get the grasp of it.
I see. I see. So we basically have a storyline going from A to B, and those points of views or your different songs with each their factions to get a feeling what happened in that region, what happened in that region, why is this happening, and then combining all together at the end will make the big orchestra and let you understand, okay, this is actually what happened.
Perfect. You're a man of words.
I hear. Well, how does one play Songs of Conquest? What kind of mechanics are there at play, especially since you managed big inspiration from Heroes of Might and Magic? Do we have the typical overworld map guy on his horsey running around collecting resources? Tell us more.
No horses, but there is a very large chicken that sort of acts like one. But that the wielders, our generals, walk around. You don't see the actual army, but just like in Heroes of Might and Magic, you'll see them when you reach battlefields. They have cities, but we have the entire city visual on the map. So you'll see when you build a building, it's right there on the world map. And you have limited spaces for each city. So you have to have several cities to be able to get your entire roster or all the buildings that you can manage to build. But diverse biomes, one for each faction. We have a fantastic, according to us, map editor that helps the players create their own worlds. Kind of great.
I see. So there is already
Visually,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go on. Visually, it's as you said, pixelated 2D graphic. You can't sort of scroll around to watch things from another angle because it's all 2D. But it looks quite impressive. But you'll see that later, I hope.
Oh, I can wait. I can wait to hop in. And apparently also showing you exclusively a little part of the new Love song before it releases on Monday, while also, and
That's
this
right.
later on, will be you, gladly viewers out there, especially those on Steam, better quickly hop over here. You might have the chance to get a copy or two or three or more.
Absolutely. Happy to.
Moving on, do you have from let me rephrase that. How difficult is it to maintain, especially when you are done with your songs, you probably will try to play multiplayer sessions with others. How difficult is it to maintain a balance between all the factions and their synergies so that's kind of fair for everybody who's playing it?
It's definitely a bit of a tricky one. Our magic system, it's called Essence, and it varies from group to group or faction to faction. That means that some factions are more effective against others because of the way that our magic system works. And right now we're implementing new abilities for a lot of troops. So fixing up game stability and making sure that all troops are viable is an ongoing process, to say the least. Balance is tricky at times, especially since very talented community members keep finding new tricks that sometimes we didn't think about.
I mean, that
Like
is the
rushing
magic.
dragons, for
Rushing
instance, in a way that
dragons.
we didn't. There's a faction that has dragons. It's a good fantasy game after all. You gotta have some dragons.
Of course, there must be dragons inside.
And there's
I
some awesome YouTube clips out there with some nice exploits. Sometimes we want to keep them, and sometimes it's just way too effective.
I love it. I love it. And you mentioned that the player can already create their own maps, and there's like a map generator going on, etc. How?
Absolutely, both a random map generator and a map editor that you can upload and share your work. We recently had a map competition with a nice little chest of gold in it for the map creator.
Ooh. What was the winning map? Like, was the theme of the winning map?
It was a awesome large map for 4 players. Nice, diverse, and sort of reach the middle, grab the most resources and the power that comes with a middle ground, and then try to hold it against 3 other players. It was nice, progressive. It was a skirmish map. Didn't follow our lore. It was just nice PvP. It was his first map, but it was definitely and he competed against a lot of our more experienced map makers. But it
Well, I
was cool.
guess kudos to the Juniet,
The
blah, English
cartography. Yeah.
sometimes, to the cartography skills for making something, unique, interesting, and competitive to play on.
Absolutely.
From all
Can
those,
definitely recommend it.
gladly, we're gonna have a look at it. From all those units that are available, do you have a personal favorite?
I do. Absolutely.
Oh, that was
An old
fast.
man
Okay.
with a oh, it's just the easy one. An old man with a chandelier as a staff, adorned with a nice skull theme. He looks like my old college professor, and it's the necromancers.
So he will be introduced with the campaign of Loth.
He will. They have an ability called Charge Essence, which gives you your wielder more magical power. They're a nice artillery group, and you can sort of have several of them and just keep charging essence and use lots of nice, powerful battlefield spells. They're very nice.
Ooh, sounds dangerous. Sounds dangerous. Moving also, keeping in the room of favoritism, do you have an favorite character from the whole lore as well?
I do, absolutely. That one is also easy. It's Brother Hillar. He is a rat-themed hero. He's a old scholar professor, and he really, really, really likes rats. And his army composition is mostly based on rats.
Here,
Weird zombie-esque rats, but still rats.
The Frankenstein rats. I see.
Yeah, he's very quick and easy, early, powerful hero. So you can get lots of rats very quick. And for a long while, they're very effective.
I'm intrigued.
And you'll get to meet him in mission 2 in the new campaign.
Well, so far we are sadly not allowed to show you, but we definitely get a good glimpse on a nice cliffhanger for you guys today, and diving into the campaign of Loth in a bit. But leading up and ending towards giving the ball towards you, do you have some last words, shout outs to the audience that you want to share over there at Steam and
Absolutely.
Twitch?
I do. It's the easiest one there is, which is a great big old thank you to our community. They have been the last week playtesting a lot of our new stuff, and their advice and their contributions are they're worth a lot more than I can say with just mere words, and I like words, but they're awesome, and they co-create our game with us, and they are amazing, and I wish I could just do very appropriate things to everyone.
Okay. I hear you. Lastly, I know you said it's probably gonna push back, and you are not allowed to, I guess, say something specific because people will then. But you said it will be coming then. Why? Do you guys have an estimate when we're gonna have the final product in hand?
You definitely know your internet.
So
we are
all gonna riot.
We are coming out with a clear date this summer. We are looks like attending Gamescom in Köln or Cologne in Germany, and that's where we're going to do a nice little preview on when the exact date is. Right now, you can look at the roadmap, which is a living document that will probably change, and that it says at the end of Q3 of this year. But as we said, it's in early access and things can absolutely change until then. But this summer, you'll get a nice and definite date. And after that, you can totally go and scream at us for saying, you said this date.
Not even then. I'm always happy when developers are bold enough to stand up and be like, I'm sorry, but we cannot deliver the promised product on day X. Please let us work on it a little bit longer so you get a good, polished, nice version to play where nobody will complain afterwards. Oh, the game is broken. Why have you released it?
Yeah, I mean, that is the goal for every developer. I hope. I mean, at least it should be, shouldn't it? Releasing a complete game. But I'm not mentioning any other games.
That's not. Well, dear Vikings, dear viewers over at Steam and here with us on Twitch, big claps to Anders from Lava Potion. A very charming and creative man who has built his armament behind him himself. So if you ever are in needs during an uprising loth zombie apocalypse happening in Songs of Conquest, you definitely know where you should head to and arm yourself and be on the surviving part and not on the zombie part. Anders, with that,
Absolutely.
I wish you all the best. Farewell. Great Sunday. Thank you for taking your time on this precious weekend. And we're gonna hop into some Songs of Conquest.
Good luck.
Thank you kindly. Have a wonderful one. Bye-bye. And with that, ladies and gentlebeards, welcome to Songs of Conquest. I'm very excited to hop into this with you guys together. It is charming, it's unique, it's wonderful to play. And exclusively for you, for the first time on the interwebs, officially, we can have a look at their newest song, the third song, Together for Her. The once great barony of Loth longs for the glory days of the Empire, when they will welcome the scholars of the Unseen Society into their lands. Hope is rekindled to restore order to the world and bring back the peace and prosperity of the Arulan Empire. And with that, we're hopping in. Sounds really great. We can make it down, build it, and have a strategy. I mean, that's basically the base foundation of strategy games, isn't it? Nice to have you with us, by the way, Izzy. Now is also the time for our interactions. If you guys have any questions or want me to have a specific look at something, let me know, either in Steam chat or over here. And overall, if you enjoyed your stay here, click that heart button. Follow us over here on Twitch. And also feel free to hop over to YouTube, Kormaker TV. We have a video of this campaign coming up with its release on Monday. And also gonna dabble into the first mission of every song. And then hopefully, when the game is then due and done, do a full playthrough of all the songs. I'm trying to hold myself back because I'm just in love with Songs of Conquest. But mission 1, a Baron's Thief. In the year 592 AA, Baron Aldous of Loth traveled his lands collecting the tithe he owed Stoutheart. Reaching the final part of his journey, a passage called the Trail of Oaths, he hoped not only to collect the final taxes, but also to renew his oath to Aurelia. We heard that Aurelia was the one uniting the kingdom before she was gone and everything broke apart. So I guess they're praying to her and praising the character up as high as possible. And I'm excited. A Baron's Faith. Loading scene. When you upgrade a building that produces troops, it will produce the upgraded version of its troops instead of the basic version. Makes sense. So, just a quick heads up. We're gonna have to restart the mission really quickly because I had to tab back in, and missed that initial part of lore. I'm a connoisseur of lore. There we go. Collecting the tribute. Baron Aldous of Loth had traveled to the southern point of his barony to collect the taxes owed from his remote villages, and to claim a hefty sum of gold from the Byron House of Firebrand, who had been leasing his lands in exchange for gold. Ooh, leasing your lands to somebody who's, I don't know. I hope you... Shall see. And here we are, playing as our Baron Aldous. I know it's pixel graphics and kind of an old school vibe, but I love the attention to detail. We have particles flying around. We have the water moving. We have tree chops going with the wind. Our very chunky Baron over here, breathing heavily under his hefty piece of armor. Moving around highlights things, or you can hold Alt and it will show you everything that is nearby and you can interact with. We have 10 archers who are shooting at a range of 8. The deadly range is 5. We have some footmen with us who have range resistance because of the shield. Moving onwards. Already giving me big Heroes of Might and Magic vibes, having your overlord moving around the map, interacting with points of interests. The Trial of Oaths. A well-maintained shrine of Aurelia was the first shrine along the Trials of Oaths. Many followers of Aurelia visited the shrine to renew their oath for the years to come. Aldous approached the shrine and bent the knee. Oh, Aurelia, how would you weep to see your empire now? Your most loyal servants of Loth are reduced to rent collectors, bowing to Stoutheart and leasing our ancient lands to these Barian merchants. But no more. When I collect the final installment from the Barians, we'll reclaim our land and be free of the debts to Stoutheart. By blood and bone, my essence now forever, I pledge to thee in peacetime and in war. Aurelia the Great, and your endeavors. I swear my oath to serve forevermore. Visit the first shrine. With that, we're moving on. Initiative, truth movements, duration for 1 battle. We're gonna have to re-click it. Very tricky here. If you come nearby, the event happens, but it's not actually activated to the shrine, so you have to activate the shrine before anything else. A farm. The flooding. A bad, ragged group of peasants were working on the road. Ho there, farmer. What are you working on these that keeps you from the fields? Forgive us, Baron. We've been cursed by heavy rains and floodings. Much of the crops has been lost, and we're afraid that the river will rise and wash away the road. We must pray that the Empress Aurelia will intervene to stop the river. And in the meantime, do what we can. Your initiative commands you, but have you all armed? And why have you all armed yourself? There have been many attacks of brigands lately, my lord Baron. Brigands? I will drive them from these parts, but I'll need your help to do it. Come with me, and we'll care for the roads once these brigands are dealt with. Gladly, my lord. With the blessing of Aurelia, we'll deal with the scum. And get 15 militia. Peasants and beggars can still fire a crossbow. That is true. That is true. I'm not sure you guys saw, but Anders had a freaking crossbow in his back frame of the camera. Together with a sword. And he built that crossbow, he told me, prior our talk. Claimed a farm. Gives us 150 gold per turn. We have gold as a resource. We have stone as a resource. We have wood as a resource. We have glimmer wheat. We have potatoes. Oh no, ancient ambers. And we have celestial ore as our tools. No survivors, but we found 300 golds, 2 stone and 2 wood. Another bit of that. Another 400 golds, 2 stone, 2 wood. Let's keep moving in. We've visited that one. Road sign. Near the ruins of an old farmstead stood a farmer with his family. As he saw the Baron's forces approaching, he brought his boy with him to meet them on the road. My Baron! You are a welcome sight in these troubled times. Here are the taxes owed for this year. My dear man, how's it possible you still have this? We were lucky and the brigands didn't find these chests. I had buried it. We hid it nearby the swamp as they burned it all. Please, take it. No, my good fellow. I will not accept taxes from a family in need such as yours. Use this to rebuild. My forces should have prevented this from happening in the first place. Hopkins, Lava Potion sends their love. Code is in the chat. Whoever grabs the key first. Congrats. Welcome to the Songs of Conquest family. It sounds threatening, but it's just the Songs of Conquest key. Cormac's Vikingness really speaks to our Swedish soul. You guys are too kind. Thank you kindly for gifting the humble viewers copies of your game. Highly appreciated. Baron Elders, I'm speechless. Keep your gold, farmer. Aurelia's blessing be upon you. And you, my Baron, you have my undying gratitude. Undying? Undead campaign? I guess we're gonna meet again, farmer. Sorry, that was too obvious. Visit here. I'm always too slow for these, but congrats to the lucky winner, and thank you, Hopkins and Lava Potion, for the gifts. Thank you indeed, Atarik. Thank you indeed. Also, thank you, Atarik, for being here, making sure that everything runs smoothly and nice. Claim it. More gold per turn. We have a sharp sword. +5 offense. Okay. Nice. Visit the little blacksmith over here. Another turn has passed. Pilgrim's Rest was a common place to stop for pilgrims traveling to the Trails of Oath, but now it had fallen into disrepair, and many of the fields lay underwater. Elders, Aurelia's blessing be upon you. And upon you. I saw signs of brigands on the way. A burned farmstead? Have they stolen the yearly tithe? Yes, my lord. Lately, many bands of brigands have been ravaging the roads and farmsteads. We've armed ourselves as best as we could, but we couldn't stop them. They have stolen almost everything. Cursed brigands! I'm sorry I didn't come sooner, but together we'll drive them out of these lands. We will teach these brigands what the followers of Aurelia do to her enemies. We gladly join you. We should head to the Mason's Quarry. See if they still stand. There's a small garrison there. By my oath to Aurelia, I should clear the roads of brigands and retrieve the gold for the tithe. More militia. 25. Nice. Let me have a quick zip. Baron's voice is taking a little bit of a toll on my long-lasting talking voice. We're here since 1 p.m. Central European time, and it's now 10 p.m. So bear with me. Wow, is it? That went dark very quickly. A viewpoint tower have been claimed. And we've claimed a small settlement. We can upgrade it once. This is what Anders meant in terms of the city is on the map. It's not like in Heroes of Might and Magic where you go into a city view and the whole buildings are happening inside of that city view. They're actually physically present outside of the map. We have the Pilgrim's Rest giving me money. I don't need you. Pilgrim's Rest, to be honest. I'll sell you. And I'll make an stonework over there. For the sake of getting resources. And some wolfies. There we go. +1 stone per turn. And we're going into the first battle against some wolf. Wolves tend to have a lot of movement. We're gonna move over here and we hop it in here. The first battle that we have. Look at him run. Look at him run. Shield up. I forgot. Do characters have an attack zone? Can I like block this part off and if he runs by he will be attacked? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay. Good. You gonna stand there? He's out of range. Can I move 1 forward? I can, but it will let me shoot less. 50% down. It is what it is. Deadly range plus 100% damage. Let's go. Ooh, and here comes the shot to kill. I love these close-ups and the effects is happening with the creatures. I don't know, the battles feel so satisfying. Plus 200 XP. Boom. Even picking up freaking gold. The sounds, subtle. The animation is just chef's kiss. The generous of you, thanks in advance, and glad you're liking Corm's voice acting. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Saying other words. What do we have here? Stone. What do we have here? Reflection pools. Source of knowledge. Ooh, level up. Well fought. And another code to grab. Thank you kindly. So, we have now 3 choices over here. More damage on the troops. More command. More movement. I'm gonna go for combat training. Plus 20 damage on the troops. Pause. I can now upgrade the small settlements. I will build over here a timber mill as soon as I have the money. And then I can build over here a trading post, apparently. Good. Let's keep moving. This looks like a bandit up there. Selects the other next shrine. The second shrine of oaths. Aldous approaches this old shrine of Aurelia and knelt. Aurelia, I ask for your strength and guidance in the battles to come. Help me to help my people. Aurelia Eternal, I'll lay my worth to measure on your scale. You hold us all protective and maternal. May those who stand against you never fail. Boom. I would alter this in terms of when you reach here and the interaction happens, that you automatically are already assigned to have visited the shrine. So I have now the initiative and choose movements. Let's move to Wild Drath. A pack of Drath emerged from the streets. Drath, here? The wolves are bad enough. We must destroy before they spread. Is this high ground? This is not high ground. So I'm going to place you in between. And start. I have a fear that they can charge me over the battlefield. I mean, they can run pretty far. So I'm going to move in here. Block off this road. Good. I'm gonna move up to you. Wait. So this is the first circle is the deadly range. The second circle is where we can hit. I would definitely have them in the deadly range. So also we have over here some spell durations. Duration 1 rounds. I'm gonna do this next round then. Quickens. Let's see if we can quicken the archer to hopefully kill off these guys before troop initiative. Before their turn. Yes! That's exactly what I was hoping for. Don't necessarily want to attack because they will retaliate back. They will attack back. But are we strong enough to kill off all the creatures? That's the question. I'm gonna block you off so you can move away. I'm gonna wait. We are shooting here. I'm definitely gonna put in defense spell on you. Oh man, I love the animations. And we are shooting back there. Yep, yep. Very good. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Not one unit lost. That was great. That was great. Nothing here. Another one bites the dust. Getting some gold and wood. Is that enough to build me my timber mill? Timber mill. I'm not sure if I need it, but definitely good to have. I'm gonna revisit the shrine. Gives me again initiative and movements. No survivors. Fair enough. Bandits. A large group of brigands were meeting with a cloaked figure outside the ruins of Mason's Quarry. Well, if ain't the high and mighty Baron of Loth. Brigands, I'm here to collect the gold you've stolen from Pilgrim's Rest. And I swear, by Aurelia's sorrow, you shall pay for the destructions of the Mason Quarries with your lives. It's not like we're walking around with heaps of gold down our trousers. Now leave before things get bloody. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's very direct. Fair enough. Manual battle. So far we're doing pretty good on our battles. And ooh. Who is that? Who is that? I have so many questions. You gotta move up here. You gonna wait. You can shoot that guy. He's out of range. You gonna shoot that guy. Shoot him. Oh, the death animation was so brutal. You gotta go on Overwash, aka Ambush. There we go. So. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. If I throw in the initiative on you. Or on you. Not enough. Oh, he'll be able to come up. Damn it. That's not no bueno. Let's protect the militia. We're shooting. Oh, very good, Archer. No death. Nice stab back. Again. No one lost. No one lost. And we'll reach level 3. We do like our archers, so we're gonna go for archery. Another code from the developers of Songs of Conquest. Feel free to be quick, grab one. I guess that leaving dimension would have been the preferable options for them in the inside. So, Mason's Quarry doesn't look very good though. The old settlement of Mason's Quarry was destroyed, except for the walls built in the time of Aurelia. Brigands had stripped the town bare before they torched it. Only the smoldering ruins remains from beyond the walls. 3 tired and wounded footmen emerged from a hiding spot. My Baron, we failed you and these people. We tried to stop them, but eventually to retreat. One second. Baron's voice is not easy. Save your apologies. We can see you fought as hard as you could. No shadow will tarnish your name, for Aurelia smiles upon you for surviving it all. Thank you, my lord. If you would have us, we would like to join. Oh, free footmen, of course. We're actually free footmen. Oh, that's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Moving on. Out of movements. I'm grabbing that. I'm grabbing that. And I'm grabbing that. With that, I should be able to build an trading post. Why not? I cannot upgrade you further. I could upgrade you if I find Glimmerweath. Okay. I have visited all of this. Let's keep moving. Actually, I'm gonna revisit the shrine up here. We're taking that. Baryan, my good tenant. I'm here to collect your payment. The gold is surely needed. My people are starving, and I must pay the tithe to the Stouthearts. Baron? According to the lease, the Barony of Love must maintain the roads to and from the leaseholds of HOMM3. As you are in breach of the contract, there will be no payment, and the land now defaults to the merchant's house of Fairbrand. Wow. What a bad move. Apparently because the Baron couldn't uphold his part of keeping the road safe, he has lost his lands. What? Those are some harsh terms. Super harsh. Kadei from Steam asks, this game looks like fun. Since it is in development, how do I add it to my wishlist? How you add it to your wishlist is plain and simple. You take this link up here, head over there, and click on wishlist. It's already in early access, and we're giving away copies of this game as we speak over on my Twitch channel. Feel free to follow up Kormaker TV. You see the bottom right of the screen. Hop over here in chat, say hi, and be prepared to be quick, as Hopkins, part of the developing team and community manager of the game, will occasionally drop keys as we're moving forward. Hopkins, if you're listening in, let me know when we have reached a point where we should put a break on and leave it as it is and not show anything further from the new campaign. So they have lost their lands to come back to the Barons by some sort of dirty contract. Is that what I'm reading here? Oh, come now. The damage on the roads was caused by recent flooding. They will be repaired when the water recedes. Then you should have stipulated those details in the lease before signing. And now that HOMM3 is part of the free cities of Baria, they will consider any acts of aggression as proclamation of war. What? Well, Baron, you got outplayed, mister. You got outplayed. Apparently you're better with your booze and food and sword than with politics. But this is the ancestral seat of the Barony of Loth. We cannot accept this. I will not relinquish those buildings and holdings due to a trick in a merchant's contract. You should have read your contract. If I would be the Baron, I would behead this guy in the moment. I would slash his head off. I would not care for the consequences. A contract will not strip me of what I'm owed. If we don't get the gold, Then we're seizing HOMM3 by force. Very well, I've received your declaration of war. I will inform the House of Febrant. Prepare yourselves. Defeat the Byrons. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's visit the tavern. We get +5 movement for 2 turns. It's not bad. Baron Mercenaries. We knew you were declaring war. Your barons always hunger for war. You have left me little choice. If I do not pay stout hearts, I'll lose the barony and be exiled just like Hammond. I've not played the prior songs as I want to wait for the full release, even though I love this game so much. So I do not know who this Hammond is. Okay. How about we move over here and let you move in. Manual battle. So his range is 2 tiles. So I'm gonna wait. You gotta move up here. You could shoot, but it will take too much turn. And we're gonna move over here. Ambush. Oh no! He did came close enough to attack. Damn it. Lost a few militias. Oh man, it is what it is. Move closer. Defense. Shoot. Oh, right into the heart. I love that animation. We lost 3 militias. Ah, too bad. Too bad. And yet another code. Feel free to grab. Hail, my good fellows. How did this happen? Peroneldus, we've been gambling with the mercenaries of the tavern, and some nights ago we lost quite severely. Such things happen. The Baron said we were in their debt, and, well, as we couldn't pay, they named us indebted and put us in this cage. We'll have none of that. You're free now, my good man. So either 7 footmen or XP. I'll grab the footmen. I'll grab the footmen. So 7 wood and ancient amber. Ancient amber. I cannot really do something with the ancient amber. Fair enough. Oh boy. Looks like everything is flooded. The whole road ahead was washed out by the flood, and water levels were rising. Oh, these floods are worse than I thought. We need to retake the lands of HOMM3 to feed this people. my lord, there's an old path that follows the north end of the lake. It will take longer, and there's much lawlessness. Lead on. We haven't any time to lose. That is true. We do not have a lot of time to lose. No floatings in here right now. Ew. That squishy sound of the swamps. Super disgusting. An old camp. 5 new archers or 2k. Give me archers. Units. Out of movements. Abandoned carts. And easy finds. Yeah, why not? Oh boy. Something like that. Do we get attacked first by the cutthroats? I think we might get attacked first here. Yeah. Ooh. Well done, militiaman. And we lost one. Oh, you bastard. Oh, they attacked twice. No, we've lost so many. Take this. Take this. I feel sorry for every man we're losing. I feel sorry for every man that we're losing. 5 archers. Oh boy. Worn boots. Didn't I get worn boots? There we go, worn boots. And now do we have them? Movements and view radius. So apparently give me the information of what I get from the attack, and then I had to revisit it again to get what was in there. There you have it, wonderful people. Some more keys in chat. First come, first serve. Don't be sad if you don't get it. Be happy for those who did. Your troops gain melee resistance. Guard. Unlock the command. Let's unlock the command. Getting a new slot for having more troops. Oh. Oh, Glimmerweave. Glimmerweave we need back here to upgrade. How many? 2. Upgrade this. Upgrade that. Very nice. Can I buy specially? Oh, I could buy special items I need. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. A dead commander. Gloves of the Wild Hunts. Oh. Geralt of Rivia? Are you here? Are you among us? Are you running of the Wild Hunts? Those gloves are not from the common man, neither are they from anyone who disturbs the Fae of the forest. To buy my craft, you need to be worthy of it. Henry Dunford, a master leather worker. I would have found it funny if there would be some sort of Witcher reference. But I guess you might be in trouble if you do so. Moving up. Okay. One thing I noticed, and like is the animation speed during combat feels fast enough, but still shows the action as well. Come to think of it, can we adjust animation speed in this game? Good question. Let's have a look at it, Rotaring. That is a good question. Game. Option. Gameplay. Amount of autosaves. Saves. Video. AI frame rate budgets. Sound. Controls. Sensitivity. Key bindings. The map editor. I know that sometimes you can right click it to quick skip whatever is going on. Let's move back here. Like right click, but I'm not sure if it works in the battle as well. But I think the movements are fast enough to not necessarily need those. Let's give you initiative. Damn it, apparently it's not enough. Then I need to place you in front of him. You want or not? I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna shoot, and I'm gonna shoot again. Oh, the poor doggo. I don't think you want to alter it though. It's already really fast. Worn boots. Again, a pair of boots. Movement. New radius. Sure, if it's the default speed, I would probably not touch the speed. I was just always in the mindset for more options or more better. I totally got it. I totally get it. So, welcome back, Izzy. A large number of brigands had set up camp here as the Baron forces neared them. They could see a cloaked figure moving amongst them. You're Baron Aldous. Rot. We've hoped to be gone long before you arrive. I am, and we are here to rid this land of your lot with Aurelia's courage at our back and her fury in our arms. Oh, we do to pray to Aurelia, or we will. Please forgive us. I can forgive many things, but the burning and murdering that has happened here is too much. And you will pay with blood. Okay. Manual battle. Welcome back, Izzy. Did that dude again? The dude again. I could attack. That's a 2 to 5. I need to attack. I need to attack. Let's shoot the guy in the back. Ooh, a crit shot. Let's kill him. What is he doing? Stabs you with something? Give you some extra shields. Still somebody got damaged. Let's keep moving. And there comes the last swing. I gotcha, I gotcha. They're gone so fast. I love this kind of intense battle that we have. I could unlock even for more. Let's go for even more command. I'm not sure if my troops will ever get more, but I don't know. Pick it up. Rejuvenated. Gives me +3 movements. Ooh. Ancient architecture. A faint hum was heard near the ancient archway. Even at this ancient archway crumbles, so too does the honor in people's hearts. I fear we may too late to stop the Byrons and save Aurelia's faithful. I have a feeling here that we're getting this kind of praying to Aurelia thing, a little bit like this Fallen Baron story arc. I have a hunch. Reminds me a little bit of Arthas from Warcraft, who's kind of, you know, trying to do good for his people and ends up being the freaking Lich King. I have a similar hunch here going on with our Baron. That is, you know, path to redemption, not necessarily path to redemption, but path to praying and renewing his oath to Aurelia. And then gets led astray by probably some promise to retake his sacred lands, and then boom, the noose is bound behind his neck and he's a puppet. My lord, there's an old shrine south of here. The last one of the Pilgrim's Trail. Perhaps Aurelia will hear us in our time of need. Lead on. For even if we are meet our end, it will be a comfort to speak the oath once more. Again at tight fights. Jeez, I don't like this. Manuel Le Batal. Okay. Ow, 6 people died. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's try to kill him. Oh, yes. Crit attack. If I move away, that will probably trigger an attack of opportunity. Retaliations remains. Doesn't have any retaliation left. Oh, he does. Damn it. I just lost so many people for nothing really good. Shield up. Let's give you some speed. Move up there. Protection. Oh, he shoots at my... Yeah. Oh boy. We have effed up so badly in this run here. I would like that the troops deployment window is so clear what's going on. That is true. It's very 17 militias. Oh. That did hurt. That did hurt. Again, it told me what I found, but I need to... Wait, a brimstone? Ancient Ember. One Brigandine. That was the one. Oh, there we go. Defense 5. Oh, the last shrine. That position limitation can make it really difficult. It definitely does. In the trees, neglected and worn, they found the third ancient shrine of Aurelia. Aldous and his troops knelt in front of it. Vikings, please raise your drinking horns to the last shrine of Aurelia. Please raise your drinking horns to Hopkins being so kind as to share those keys. I get it that sometimes you're not fast enough. No needs to repeat it over and over. And hope there's no hard feelings, Izzy's, but don't like the vibe where this chat is going. So just take a breather. Thank you for raising their horns, Dragon Lady or Tariq. For those watching at Steam, do it spiritually. Grab a mug next to you, raise it, for we're taking an oath. The last oath to Aurelia. Soldiers of love, kneel with me to recite the final passage of the oath to Aurelia. May we draw strength from her defeat. May we draw strength from her to defeat those Barians. And should we fall, we'll die knowing we did it to defend those in need. If I am called, my oath will soon deliver. My body, soul, and spirit to your side. For Arleon, Aurelia Eternal. I swear this oath, so I will never die. As Baron Aldous and his troops spoke the last lines of the oath, a large group of cloaked figures approaches from the north. Their leader stepped forward and pulled back their hood. Baron Aldous, I am a devoted follower of the great Empress Aurelia. My faithful and I often pray here, and I've prayed for a meeting just of this kind. She looks like she had an operation here going on her face, like her face was plucked out. Or is this just makeup? I don't know, it looks like a cut wound. Umbertina. What might this Umbertina want from you? And who is she? And why did she pray to meet the Baron over here? I guess, ladies and gentlebeards, that is something for you to find out on your own.